insurance companies.
Exactly.
Have trained you.
Everybody is afraid to do anything innovative or thought-provoking. Or when we explain what happens to a car, every customer has the same response. That's reasonable.
Makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yep.
But we're in this, circle. What is it? An echo chamber of where it's like, well, you can't do that. Why not? Well,
I get that a lot.
because the insurance this and the insurance that. I've done some. I've had people call me from other body shops that are like, hey, what do I do here? What do I do? And I'm like, if you want to learn how to run your business successfully, don't say the word insurance for 1 week and run your business.
Yeah.
Because every time you use the insurance as an excuse as to why to do or not to do something, that's when you're going to fail. And so, I think that ultimately when I start diving into my business as a business, not as a body shop, I own the Wagyu store and I don't operate any other business the way that the body shop business operates, or at least the way that most people operate it. It's just run it like a normal business. And so I look at that billing portion and I go, why do we itemize it? Now, don't get me wrong. I think that there should be detailed instructions to follow from the technician standpoint.
Right.
What we're doing is it's imperative that the technician follows those guidelines to the T. When you're putting on a BMW quarter panel and it has instructions on where to weld or where not to weld, what glue, there's all kinds of processes you have to follow. I think that's important. And the details should be written out, but should that be something between us and the consumer? And if the insurance wasn't involved, would we be doing it differently?
I would think you probably would do it a little differently.
Yeah.
How you would do it differently, I don't really know.
Well, a customer comes in yesterday, right? Not yesterday, 2 days ago. He's looking over our 14-page damage assessment, whatever it is, and he's like,
What's all this mean?
He's confused. Yeah. And the minute that we took, what AJ spend? 10 minutes with him, 20 minutes with him?
I'd say probably close to 30.
30 minutes with him. Went line for line.
Shoulder to shoulder, everything on the computer. He's an older guy.
Level of confidence skyrocketed. They went,
yes.
Well, this makes sense.
Get her done. Do it all.
So why didn't we give him that opportunity from the very get-go by not giving him 200 lines of operation, but instead saying, here's what we're going to do. We're going to replace your bumper, replace your tail light, fix your frame rail, and it's all going to be done within the manufacturer's guidelines, which are attached below.
Yep.
You're talking, we provide everything we're doing, but we failed to give or didn't give a summarization to put it in easy to understand terms.
I'm thinking strictly in theory. This is nothing that I don't have any
keep it in layman's man's terms.
So well, I'm just saying that I don't know if we should do this as an industry or not, but it's something that plagues me. This thing that bugs me is that we have a billing process that doesn't make much sense. Unless you're an insurance company and you want to find something to fight.
Yeah.
Because how hard would it be to fight? They don't look at, let's not do the bumper. No, they look at the 14 operations that you have to perform according to the manufacturer.
Within the bumper category.
And they go, well, let's pick on 10 of them because that's going to be worth $400.
Right. Yep.
Okay. And then they look at line number 72 and go, well, do you really need to do
So this is the same customer who had documentation from his insurance company that kind of broke down some of what they didn't want to cover.
Yeah.
But then the very bottom was what was the wording they used? All other unsupported operations.
Yeah, there was a blanket term at the bottom of it.
Yeah, for like $2,000.
There was a $4,000 short pay. $2,000 of it is just one line that says unsupported documents. He's like, what does this mean? I'm like, I don't know. Some made up term.
Call the guy that wrote it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, then of course you can point him to the Kansas state law where it states that they have to identify that and they can't just pick and choose what they pay and what they don't pay.
Right.
But the point is like...
Do you think itemization helps in that sense? Or do you think it's a fight that can be completely avoided if you didn't have to deal with that?
Here's my theory, and I'm probably going to catch a lot of hate over this. My theory is that the itemization, like, when did you start itemizing estimate? I'm assuming you do a quarter panel repair. How many lines of what is that, a 200, 300 line?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot, and it takes a while to write it.
Okay. 200 to 300 line estimate, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Why did you start itemizing it out that deep?
Well, that's just kind of the way things are.
Yeah.
That's really the honest answer.
And every single body shop that I've ever talked to has had the exact same answer. It's either, well, it's one or two things. It's either that's the way it always has been, or that's how you get paid.
Right.
And I just can't help myself but thinking that through Barrett's teaching and through what I've learned over the years is everything that I don't know why we did, when I chased it down to the core, was because the insurance somehow taught us to do it.
Yeah.
And so we do all these things. Like I remember, do you rekey estimates?
I do not.
Do you remember rekeying estimates?
I used to for about the first 6 months I was in business.
Yeah. Did you ever rekey estimates?
All the time.
Or did you get an insurance estimate, like you said, and just say, okay, this is what I have to do to the car, and this is how much they're paying me, and this is what I'm going to do for this amount of money?
For those that don't know what rekeying is, you get an estimate from an insurance company, and you rekey.
It's an estimate of record.
You rekey. You copy their estimate into your estimating software, and then correct it.
Yes.
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that a doctor that knows how to do the surgery is going to get the wrong surgery from a doctor that doesn't know how to do the surgery, and then they are going to rewrite it correct? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And so that's just one.
It was a huge waste of time.
Yes.
That was just one out of 100 things that Barrett Smith kept. Why are you doing that? I'm like, I don't know. And every time that I had that answer, I don't know, it's just what we always have been on, I always go back to, oh, this benefits the insurance company, or that was taught by. So I have a hard time believing, and I don't have any facts to back it up, but I have a hard time believing that the insurance isn't behind.
Well, therein lies DRPs. Where you got your fingers in the shop and you can control, okay, this is the estimating software we use now. We don't write stuff on pieces of paper. This is how we want you to do it to maintain our DRP. And then once you start implementing, like we talked about earlier, when you started your business, what everyone say, call every insurance company see if you can get on their programs.
Yeah.
So is that where it started from? Okay, we can get our fingers in here. We're going to have our direct repair shops. We can control the repair, how they do it, what software they use. I mean, now what sublet companies, they're really entrenched in it now. And like, maybe did it start from there? And then, okay, we got this. Now we can control these things because our pockets are endless.
Yeah.
Get fingers into estimating companies, get fingers into third-party companies, buy shares of stock, buy 50% of the company and control it yourself.
Yeah.
Who knows?
All I know is the very thing that they make a problem is the very thing that we do, and we don't know why we do it.
Yeah.
You itemize a bill out to the nth degree to where no one understands it except for the technician and you.
Yeah.
And then you have to explain it to the customer, which we love doing, but they wouldn't have anything to argue about.
If you
saw quarter panel replacement, door replacement, fender replacement, and then had a number by it.
Yeah, give me a good reason why you couldn't do that.
Yeah, I don't have a
Should we try it?
Yeah, right? I know.
They'd be like,
I want to send in a handwritten bill this next time.
So,
who said you can't handwrite a...
Yeah. Therein lies the implementation of digital estimating systems.
Yeah, I'm
everywhere now.
I'm not pro handwriting. I'm just saying that the majority of what we do is so dictated based on
tradition
or an Excel spreadsheet.
Well, I get these vendors coming in all the time, and I won't say names.
Won't name names.
Yeah, I won't name names. But they come in and they're like, "Hey, Clay, did you know you can bill for?" And I'm like, "You can bill for anything."
Yeah.
If it
I can bill for toilet paper.
Well, I don't know about that. But as long as it's needed and necessary, reasonable and fair to repair the car.
Right.
As long as you're being reasonable in how to, it's like a roofer, going, hey, do you know that we can bill for the nails we're using? Like, well, are you not?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, you mean you're just paying for the nails? Like, how does that work?
What's the meme? You guys are getting paid for this?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You guys are getting paid for that? Dude, we need to make that into a meme. I got 10,000. Wait, you guys are getting paid?
Yeah, straight up.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What's a crazy story that you've experienced in the industry?
I mean, I got one I'm going through right now on a total loss that was pretty wild. And
let me guess. Did they try to make the customer settle for value out of the services rendered?
Yet. We haven't got that far yet. So we decided that the insurance company decided that they just weren't going to write all the parts that were necessary to replace it. So we had the passenger front tire was facing 45 degrees to the right, and all other three were facing straight ahead because the suspension was blown out on that side. So they hired a third-party independent adjuster to come out to our shop to inspect it.
The fall guy.
Yep. And then that's exactly what he was, too.
Yeah.
We inspect the vehicle. I show him our repair plan. We go over the vehicle. We're in complete agreement as to what needs done. He disappears. He goes, okay, I don't think this one's going to make it. I'll be in touch. I said, whatever. Let me know, and then we'll, inform the customer or whatever we got to do at that point. Come back in. So state law dictates OEM parts for vehicles that are 3 years old or newer in our state. And they decided, okay, well, since we're over the threshold, we're just going to change all the parts to aftermarket parts. And I informed them of the laws and everything, that this dictates this, so you got to do this. Customer was on board. No, all I want's OEM parts, so that's what we're going to use.
Because it's within 3 years?
Yeah, because it's within 3 years, so that takes the hassle, the back and forth with all the other headaches out of it. It's black and white.
Looking at you, Kansas.
Yeah, it's black and white.
Which is funny. It's like, oh.
Yeah, black and white.
You have a 4-year-old car. Your life isn't as important.
Yep,
You're like,
and that's straight up.
Shucks.
Yeah. So it was within that time threshold, so we're good on that shape. And so what they do is they go back and correct it back to the OEM parts, but take a bunch of parts off of it. Okay, well, we need a supplement for these additional parts that you just took off that are clear as day on your supplement 1 that you sent over to us, that you took all the parts off that were on there.
So they wanted a supplement for the parts they took off.
Yeah, so they wanted a supplement, but they didn't want to deal with us directly. They said, well, the third-party adjuster's the guy you got to talk to. So we call them and say, hey, we need a supplement for this. Don't hear much. Well, they don't pay us to come out twice. I'm not coming out to re-inspect the vehicle. I've sent them all the information. They have all this information. Why are we even talking about this car? This thing should be gone already.
Yeah.
So that was the beginning of December. It was December 2nd that car was brought in. To this day, they just deemed it a total loss last Friday. So we were talking 3 full months.
Whoa.
To deal with that.
Whoa.
Tying up bays, order parts. I got $8,000 worth of parts that they ordered to start repairing the car and work your way through it. So get insurance commissioner involved, reach out to the attorney general of the state. They didn't do much.
You have a good commissioner?
Nah, I mean, the commissioner office, I'd assume, is about like every other commissioner office. Here, we'll send you a letter. Here's what they said.
Yeah.
That's about all we can do.
Okay.
Now, this guy did step in, and it got one of the higher-ups at the insurance company involved. They reached out. By the time we got the insurance commissioner digging in, requesting documentation, because we have all of our documentation in line. Then he stepped in, hey, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden, okay, we'll send out that adjuster to look at this. We'll pay him to come back out again. He comes back out, sends them back the same information he sent them 3 months ago. Oh, this thing's a total loss. So now it's every day, hey, what's your total loss charges? Where are we going? I'm going to get this car out of here. Well, customer's got to come release the vehicle, all this stuff. So we're in that. Just sent the charges over to him. Haven't heard anything, but I mean, customer was 35 days already out of rental before the independent adjuster actually showed up to the shop to inspect it for the first time.
Yeah.
So
It just
that's one of the wild stories, and unfortunately it happens a little too often. Not quite in that drastically, but
it seems like
that one's a
intentional-
really drastic. And they even made the comment to her, well, you wouldn't be having these problems if you were at our preferred shop.
Oh yeah, of course.
So they finally totaled out. The lady came in, did everything she needed to do, and we're in good shape now. So I'm sure I'll be getting a phone call anytime that our charges are outrageous, and we shouldn't charge storage until it's deemed a total loss, even though it's been in our shop for 3 months.
Yeah,
all that fun stuff. So that's been a pretty fun experience. Absolutely ridiculous, totally unethical. Don't care about the customer at all. Yeah. I mean, I got this lady calling me. She can't sleep. She's having panic attacks. She doesn't know what she's going to do. Talking her off that ledge.
And
we're in a corner. Here's how we're going to handle this. Here's what we're going to do.
And the agent isn't anywhere to be found.
Yeah, no agent.
Yeah.
Agent calls, and then, well, I don't have any authority to do anything, so you got to talk to the corporate claims anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you get the run around. Nobody is in the customer's corner but us.
What I find is the agent has a ton of power when buying the policy.
Yeah.
But the minute that it's not what they told you bought, whoa, my hands are tied. Whoa.
That's the claims department.
Yeah. Wait,
and the amount of insurance agents that don't sell rental to people in their policies blows my mind.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have rental coverage. What?
Why not?
Why? What? What do you mean you don't have rental coverage?
And when you look at how much that coverage costs over the course of a 6-month policy premium.
What, $9?
I was
Like
say,
$13.
$13, $14.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, I give you a 20 spot for the year and we're good. And now I don't have now I'm paying $80, $90 a day for a rental car because you didn't tell me that, hey, you might want to get rental.
And it becomes a point of pressure.
Yep.
Because for every day that the insurance delays the process, the more that they're bleeding the customer dry money financially, and they know that again, it's almost like the mafia. It's like, either play nice or else.
Or don't file a claim.